There are so many great historic places right here in the Tuscaloosa area. One is the Old Tavern, just a couple of blocks from downtown. We're going to go on a tour. Lucy Murphy is all set up to give us a tour. Let's see if she's ready to roll, because this is going to be interesting.
Good morning. Welcome to the Old Tavern.
You mind giving us a tour?
Yeah, come on in.
Now this is just something, Lucy. Tell us, first of all, just kind of give us an overview of what this Old Tavern, the story here, and its significance.
See, it's really impressive because this building ties into Alabama history so much. This is not the actual site for the tavern. The tavern was 3 blocks down on University, and in the early 60s, the bridge was going to be put across the Black Warrior River.
So it had to go, huh?
It had to go. Yeah. So their plans for this facility was to push the tavern in the river. You know, we don't need this anymore. And some school children and parents and teachers got a hold of it, and they raised a fuss.
Right.
And apparently the fuss was enough that finally they just threw up their hands and said, okay, tavern's yours. Take it and do with it whatever you want to do with it, but you have to pay to have it moved. So they raised the money, and in 1966 they loaded the tavern up, backed out onto University Boulevard, took all the lights and everything down and come straight down the boulevard and set it right here on Capitol Square. Now, it's important to be on Capitol Square because this is the site of the old Capitol.
Right.
This building was built in 1827. The Capitol building was being built between 1826 and 1829. Mm-hmm. They did their eating at the tavern in downtown Tuscaloosa. All our legislators. No telling what kind of laws we have today that were made, talked about, discussed right here in this room.
Right.
You know, while they ate their meal.
So Lucy, where are we now?
Well, we're in actually the office of the First Preservation Society, but again, this was probably a tavern type, but the most incredible thing in here are this collection of bottles that we have.
This is interesting. So we have from whiskey to glue, snuff, I love that.
Medicine.
Medicinal,
cleaning.
cosmetics.
Now, what's unique about that is, back in those days, there was no city or county, so what they did was they dug holes and they buried all their garbage in holes. So when they moved the earth to put the bridge across the river, they found all these holes with all these bottles in it. Now, the bottles were designed so that in the middle of the night, pitch black, no lighting of any kind, you could reach over on your bedside table, you could grab a bottle, and you know by the texture and the feel of the bottle whether or not it was food.
Yeah, I noticed they're all.
You know, a little whiskey bottle, a beer bottle, medicine bottle, or whatever, so that you wouldn't be taking the wrong things in the middle of the night.
And this picture here is really interesting. Talk about this photo of old Tuscaloosa.
This is old Tuscaloosa. This is what Tuscaloosa looked like back in 1887. All the street names were different. The Capitol building where we're standing today, this is Capitol Square, and that's actually got a picture of the Capitol on there.
What was University then?
Used to be Broad Street.
Broad Street.
And then the tavern, the building we're in now, was down 3 blocks down on Broad Street.
Tuscaloosa's changed a bit, huh?
Yes, Tuscaloosa has definitely changed a bit.
So we have made it up the stairs into a bedroom.
We have, and we've got this bedroom set up like we think it might have been when the Cowboys rode in. These beds, this one's very, very old, very, very strong. They're covered with our quilts. They're made of ropes, as you can see on the bottom. There's no metal in these beds at all. Corn shuck mattress, that's what's actually
corn shuck mattress?
This is feathers, that one's corn shuck. That's how they made their mattresses. Alabama veterans that served during the Confederacy, that's their pictures on the wall. And we have a lot of family members that are coming in. They're working on their genealogical calendars. They'll come in and take a look at that poster up there to see if they can find their loved one up there and their ancestor up there. First governor of the state of Alabama. That is his desk that he used.
This is Walter Raleigh Ross?
Ah, exactly. Exactly. Now, you would think, looking at the 2 big desks on each side, look how small the governor's desk was. Isn't that incredible?
That is kind of interesting.
That's kind of interesting.
Lucy, this has been a fascinating tour. Thanks for having us out.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And you will give these tours by appointment, and you can head to the website historictuscaloosa.org.
That's it.
That's a good deal. Well, Lucy, thanks so much for having us out.
Thank y'all for coming. We appreciate you.